Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is March the 16th, 2021. So how is everyone everywhere at this time, at this hour? Tuesday's one of those days. It's right there in the middle of, damn it, it's not Wednesday yet week. So we got another day before you get over the hump. Then it's the home stretch. So I'm glad you could spend a few hours here with the good old Goof On family. Just came from KGRA Radio with Kevin and Tiffany, and it was a really good time. And hopefully they will come on Goof On in the near future. Yeah, it's always weird going on somebody else's show for me, but I had those nice nerves. I was really nervous, but like we were talking about, as soon as you start talking, it's all old school, right, everybody? All right. I'm just getting everything organized because good news. The hand is coming back. The hand is coming back. Yesterday it was like this, right? I couldn't even lift it. Now here we go. You ready? Even if I go, God, it's still weird. I still can't lift the fingers. Yeah. You know, like this. Here's the good hand. I can still, it's a lift. And it's hurting under here now. Yeah, it's really weird. It's slowly coming back. Last night around 2 a.m., I was talking to the Cousins brothers, and Blake was in the middle of saying something. And I go, hold it. I go, I don't mean to interrupt, but I think I just moved my hand. And I did. And then I tried moving it again, and I couldn't. So it's really weird. It was like it was tired. It's like it's finding its legs again. My hand is finding its legs. You would have never heard that anywhere else but here. Nobody's ever studied. Nobody has ever, I'm trying to think of the word, said that before, I think. Nobody has ever said, my hand is getting its legs back. I don't think that's ever been spoken in the English language. And if it was, it had to be a weird situation. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here tonight. Lots of good stuff to show you. I had to prepare the show a little earlier because I was going on KGRA, the 2 hours when I usually set up tonight's show. But the reason the title is Here We Go Again is because here we go again. That's it. Nothing nefarious, nothing out of the ordinary. Although we do have some interesting things to talk about. People. Tonight I'm going to focus on more people, more tweets. You know, when I was on KGRA, we were talking about my Ouija board experience and the spoon, which is right here. Still have the spoon, which, by the way, it was quiet for, months. Not a peep. And then I heard it the other day, and I know I heard it. And when I went into the drawer, I saw it was, usually I would have it in a, you know how they have different things like the forks, the knives, the spoons. And this is usually halfway or at the bottom. I don't keep it on the top because I don't use it all the time. And I usually use the first 3 or 4 spoons before I wash them. So this was down there, but it was halfway out of the bin. Like it was trying to get into the forks. It was trying to fork around. The spoon was trying to fork around. There's something else that is, that may have been spoken once or twice in a restaurant, I believe. Damn spoons are forking around again. You know, that's like an old joke. It's like an old vaudeville thing. That's the oldest joke in the book. You know what the oldest joke in the book is? Does anybody want to take a guess? It's real. This is known as the oldest joke in the book. You ready? We got something on it. Anytime you got something on your shirt there, boop. That's the oldest joke in the book. I'm just saying. I didn't write it. I'm just repeating what I've heard. Don't kill the messenger. All right, I got to take a drink. Jaime already delivered the drink. He had to be silent because we were on KGRA, so he gave this to me right before we went live. So I still have half a can left. Egg good. It doesn't have the same kick. Hold on, I need more. It's a dinero face. Anytime you make a dinero face, Robert De Niro or Rocky, it's really good. I don't know. It's like nobody's gonna come over. It's like nobody's gonna watch this show. All right. So last night I did have some things ready to play, and I never played them because you know me, I just keep talking and talking. But let's do a little bit of roll call, just a little bit. All right. Should we do it as Tony Soprano tonight? I'm working on Tony still. Let's try it. We got Misty, OC Dragon. It's good. It's a good name. Valerian DeMac III, making a nice visit. Thank you. JP Best and your, what were you, wise guy with the bass? He's Earth Radio. Bobby Burgess, very good. He's always at the Bada Bing. IR Film, also a customer at the Bada Bing. I can't do it. I don't know why I'm laughing at myself. It's the worst impression. Jimmy's got Jimmy McPrack over there. We got 0 Point over there too. Stavros, so nice. They twice over there. He likes Royce is here. You know, Royce, you're going to take up that tab, Royce? I can't do it. It's horrible impersonation. I thought I was getting it down. It's hard to do things that I'm not familiar with. That's the thing. When you do impressions, you do the words that you can form. But what makes a good impressionist into a great one is that they can say anything in that voice. So you got to go out the wheelhouse, which is, well, yeah, Crow Step. It's a good name. They do it like Bobby. It's a good name. Real good name. It's a good Dark Hour. Dark Hour Paranormal. Anybody seen Richie? I was supposed to play it and I forgot. I give up with this show. Seriously, we should just pack it in. There's no reason for me to continue this madness. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to anybody.
Anybody seen Richie?
Can you hear that?
Huh?
It's not fair to anybody.
Till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Did you guys hear it? I don't know if you saw it. I'm trying to use the right hand and this isn't working. It hurts. Damn it. I thought I'd be able to use it, but it's still not to its strong self there, so I'm going to the left. Anybody seen Richie? You heard it, right? That's weird. I don't even have that set up on the screen. Like with StreamYard, when you pick the screen you want the sound to come from, I have 2 monitors. I want it to come from monitor 2. I played that on monitor 1 and it still showed up. It's very disrespectful. I know. You want me to go over there, Rich? No. You want me to go over there? No. Nobody go anywhere. Nobody's losing any fingers. Everybody, welcome to the show. Yeah, I said it's going to be a slow night because I accidentally had the wrong time in. What's a Holly Smolly? Valerian the Mac the Third. I guess this is it. That's it tonight, guys. Nobody's going to be here. It's my fault. I forgot to advertise. Very disrespectful. Look where I left it off. Check it out. Yeah. Seagal. He's going to look to his right, your left. Ready? I'm so immature. I'm the most immature 70-year-old in the field. So tonight, here we go again. Are you ready? Hey, this is weird. What time is it? Oh, shh. All right. I want to start off tonight, get your palate wet with a little bit of a video. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, here it is. I don't know what this is. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's much, but it has 3,100 views and it's nothing. You ready to see what nothing looks like? I'm serious. This is what makes me mad about being in this field. There's no reason this should be even popular at all. Ready? I don't know. Watch on this side somewhere. I don't remember. I watched it twice and I was angry. Looks like it's spinning, right? But it's not moving at all. It's in the same spot. I don't know if there's a pole behind this tree. I don't know if it looks, oh shit, hold on. It looks like there's a craft behind it right here. A triangle. See it? I never know. Oh no, that's a branch. See? That's how they try to get you. Is that a branch? It could be. Okay, there's something right here. This looks like the craft. Behind it looks like a triangle. Okay, now I have it up on the big screen. It looks like there's a hole there, a hole there. Wow, this is actually really good. Wow. Where's the light? It stopped. Whoa, it's right there. This has got to be fake. There's something wrong with it. It's too good to be true. Why don't they get away from the tree? Can't they move up? Like, move where the Fred Meyer sign is to get away from the tree. That's why I think it's bullshit. That's why. They're making no effort. They're making no effort to better their view. That bothers me. No, I know it looks real, guys. I don't think it is. I think we're being duped. They make no effort. All you have to do is walk 30 feet and you have no tree in the way. Nah, something's wrong with it. And besides, why is that? If you're moving the camera around like that, it shouldn't stay in the same spot unless it's in the tree. Okay, here's what I think's going on. I think something is in the tree. I think there's some object they put on the branch. And that's why it moves with the tree. Because if it was a distance away, the tree branches, when they move left or right, would be covering it up. It's fake. Or it's in the tree. I believe it's in the tree. I think it's a real object in the tree. Whoop, wait, did it move? Uh-oh. Now I may be eating my words. Please let me eat my words. Yay, it's moving. It's moving. Okay, everything I just said doesn't make sense. Now, I don't know. No, I'm wrong, Felicia. I'm wrong. That object moved. It's not in the tree on the branch. You see how wrong I just was? See how wrong I just was? No, I said it right. How wrong I just were. How wrong I was just. I don't know, man. I don't know what this is. Something's not right. It's moving from right to left. But why don't they try to get a clear shot? Why don't they try it? I don't understand that. Okay, you've been videotaping it for 2 minutes, a minute and a half. You don't think after 30 seconds you try to get a better view of it? Why hide behind the tree? So this tells me a couple of things. Number one, I think they know what they're videotaping. I think they know what they're recording digitally. There's no videotape. Number two, they're faking whatever this is. It's CGI somehow done very, very well. I don't think it's that. It's an interesting sighting. I never saw the end. I watched the first 20 seconds and that was it because I don't like to ruin the surprise. But wow. It says, please tell me what you think of this. I was in a parking lot last night. My car was facing east, but I was looking to the north and saw this cylindrical object in the sky that was spinning with lights on it. I'm surprised no one else posted about it locally. Let's take a look at Jody. Jody, my life's dedicated to helping others. I don't question my purpose. Meniere's disease and panic disorder are my challenges. My mother has Meniere's disease. You're fine. Panic disorder? You're not so fine. She's an empath, a vegan, and a minimalist. Wow, two of those three just don't feel right to me. Which two? That's up for you to decide. Man alive. Let's follow Jody. We'll give her a following because she's only got 960. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad, Joe. Not bad, Jody. Giles Paley Phillips says, after Jody tweets, giving brings me the most joy, and I never expect anything in return. Giles says, how do you feel when people don't reciprocate or appreciate your kindness? Do you stop being nice to them? Kindness for me is about doing it without a desire for recognition. Using it to force reciprocation means you're not doing it for the right reasons. Okay. By Jody posting this, giving brings me the most joy and I never expect anything return. Saying that out loud means you are expecting something in return, or you want to be noticed, because people who give don't talk about it. Real givers. Seriously, you don't go on social media and say, hey, giving brings me a lot of joy. And I never expect anything return. Yes, that seems like an innocent post, but it's not. Just my opinion. My psychology degree tells me what? I gave myself a degree. Are you kidding me? All right. I don't buy it. Never brag about helping people. That's all I got to say. Unless you're really good friends and you know you can get away. You just don't put that on social media. It's just my opinion. So I saw this tweet from A-51S. Let me show you this because it's about GoofOn. It's not good. People are supplying the hate to GoofOn. No reason for that either. This is a chart. Let me see if I can get it bigger. It says chart of the level of BS accepted by the UFO community over the years. I'll have Secure Team and GoofOn Radio over. Oh my God, it's my fault. It's my fault. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't read it right. Oh no, what a jerk I am. I gotta apologize. I thought you were lumping me in with them. Oh, I'm such an asshole. I am. I'm putting that down there. I said it several times. Said my fault. Didn't read it right. My fault. I'm an asshole. I thought you were lumping me in with them. I'm an asshole. So sorry. Me ass. I'm an ass. So sorry. That's good, right? Oh, I'm such an asshole. I got to remove this. I'm deleting that. Oh, God, how embarrassing. God. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not commenting anymore on Twitter. I'm done. Maybe I am an ass. I read it wrong. I thought he was saying that I am part of it. I thought he was saying I'll have secure team goof on and at Ryan Bledsoe and Tom any day. I thought, but it reads I'll have secure team and goof on radio over Ryan Bledsoe and Tom any day. So he's choosing me and secure team over Ryan Bledsoe and Tom, and I read it wrong. See, I'm done. I make this mistake more than once. Maybe I'm losing it. Look, I can't take that out of the equation. Something's wrong lately. I'm not reading things right. I'm losing my comprehension. I possibly may be losing my critical thinking. I doubt it. Oh, God, I feel like such an ass. You know what? Sometimes it happens. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I hope he accepts my apology because we've been following each other for a long time. Damn it. Because I already talked for 2 hours before I came here, my throat's kind of tired. I'm feeling a little drained because I didn't expect to see. I forgot I was going on their show. We set it up, I think, 3-4 weeks ago. Well, let's just put it this way. I've never, other than fell asleep through a roundtable show where I really wasn't needed. That I've only done that twice, and it was both to a roundtable show on SOR. But I've never done that before. I left them hanging, not knowing if I was coming on. It's a long story. I'm not going on. But anyway, I'm not going to go over it. But I was just talking 2 hours before doing Goof On tonight. So forgive me if I seem a little like tired. I don't mean to be. It's just my voice is a little sore. Yeah, I used to just do 1 or 2 shows a week. So that's not that hard to do, but now I'm doing a show. I'm working 6 days a week, 7 days really, but 6 days doing a show and doing Third Phase UFO Report and on other shows. So my throat's taking its toll. It's starting to feel the effect. All right. This is a tweet from Jim Banks. Let me pull it up for you. I guess I don't know why I took this. Let me see if something happened. I clicked on the link and it's gone. How could that be gone? I am not going to put on my show anything about a GOP leader on this show. I don't know why that's even there. Why do I care about that? How that got to me is I have no idea. Oh shit. Oh no, he's such a nice guy. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I didn't mean it. All right, here's an interesting thing that I'm not perfect. What am I? I'm just some dude. Okay, so oh wow, this is interesting. Let me pull it up for you. Here we go. I don't know if you can see it. I know it looks like weed at first, right? But it's not. God damn it. Israel Antiquities Authority discovers new Dead Sea Scroll pieces in site named the Cave of Horror. So why does it look different than when I looked at it before? It showed them standing at a cave entrance. It is believed Israeli archaeologists have announced the discovery of dozens of new Dead Sea Scroll fragments bearing a biblical text found in a desert cave. It is believed they were hidden during a Jewish revolt against Rome nearly 1900 years ago. The fragments of parchment bear lines of Greek text from the book of Zechariah and Nahum, if I'm saying that right, and have been radiocarbon dated to the 2nd century AD, according to the Israeli Antiquities Authority. They are the first new scrolls found in archaeological excavations in the desert south of Jerusalem in the last 60 years. The new pieces are believed to belong to a set of parchment fragments found in a site known as the Cave of Horror, named for the 40 human skeletons found there during excavations in the 60s. That also bear a Greek rendition of the 12 minor prophets. The cave is located in a remote canyon in the Judean desert south of Jerusalem. The fragments are believed to have been stashed away in the cave during the Bar Kokhba revolt, an armed Jewish uprising against Rome during the reign of Emperor Hadrian between 132-136 AD. The artifacts were found during an operation by the Israeli Antiquities Authority in the Judean desert to find scrolls and other artifacts to prevent possible plundering. The Dead Sea Scrolls, a collection of Jewish texts found in desert caves in West Bank near Qumran in the 40s and 50s, date from the 3rd century BC to the 1st century AD. They include the earliest known copies of biblical texts and documents outlining the beliefs of a little understood Jewish sect. Israeli newspaper heralds report the 10,500-year-old basket made of woven reeds was also discovered. A 10,500-year-old basket. Madonna mia. Is this it? This is the one I saw. So they deciphered it. They carefully reassembled more than 60 of those tiny sections written in secret code. They decrypted the ancient code through annotations in the margins written by a second scribe, correcting the errors made by the author. What exactly is written in the Dead Sea Scrolls? They contain significant religious literature. They are the oldest copy of the Bible found yet. You understand? You see where this is going? They consist of two types: biblical manuscripts, books found in today's Hebrew Bible; non-biblical manuscripts, other religious writings circulating during the Second Temple era, 530 BC to 70 CE, often related to the texts now in the Hebrew Bible. There are 900, what is that, Qumran scrolls that were uncovered in the 40s and 50s. Yeah, we know that. What did they find? By deciphering one of the last remaining scrolls, Dr. Eshbal Ratzin and Professor Jonathan Bondov have revived special occasions celebrated by the Qumran sect that observed a unique 364-day calendar. According to the researchers, this calendar was involved in one of the fiercest debates between different groups during the late Second Temple period. The lunar calendar, which Judaism follows to this day, requires human decisions. Dr. Ratzin and Professor Bendov says, people must look at the stars and the moon and report on their observations, and someone must be empowered to decide on the new month and the application of leap year. By contrast, the 364-day calendar was perfect because the number can be divided into 4 and 7. Special occasions always fall on the same day. All right. Anyway, this term is from in today's Hebrew, tekufa translates into the word period. The term is familiar from the later rabbinical literature and from mosaics dating to the Talmudic period. Oy vey. And we could have assumed that it had also been used with this meaning in the scrolls, but this is the first time it's ever been revealed. I don't know what it means, guys, but it sounds important. And I had to keep reading, even though I shouldn't. Next. What's that? Yeah? All right, let's do this. Do we? Hold on a second. Do we? Like in Dewey Decimal System? Dewey Decimal System? Wait a second. Hold on. Let me take a look. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, I know some of you haven't been here for a while, right? At GoofOn, some of you are new. So I'm going to play some stuff later on from the past, from 3 months ago. Some of you don't know. Probably never heard of or saw these reports, things that I was a part of. All right? You understand? You understand? No? We shouldn't? All right, one more tweet for now, because it's from UFO Jesus. I don't even want to look at A51S. I'm afraid I hurt his feelings, and I just feel awful about that. Just awful. All right, so my reply to this post, it's a video, was one word. And that word is duh. Because Ryan from Post Disclosure World has a 2-minute tweet. And I got to play it for you. It is called What? It says, without UFO forensic evidence, we go nowhere. I said, duh, but actually, I think he's wrong. He fell asleep. He's catching flies. Ryan!
I really do think objective, well-researched UFO books and documentaries are totally essential to spreading awareness.
Wait, what did he say? Documentaries? No, seriously, I think I misheard.
I think objective, well-researched UFO books and documentaries are totally essential to spreading awareness of UFOs and compelling people to get suspicious that their own government knows more than they're letting on. And a lot of the work of fine journalists like Tim McMillan and Tom Rogan and others have been doing a great job.
I can't do this. I can't. I can't. Seriously? Tim McMillan's done a great job. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? The guy puts up a UFO picture, and it's a balloon, and says, oh my, I don't know how that photo got there. Oh my goodness, they switched it on me. How did that photo ever make it in the article? That's not the UFO I was talking about. Oh my goodness. And he's lumping him in with UFO researchers when Tim McShillen says, I am not a UFO guy. Yet Ryan wants to put him up on the pedestal. I can't believe I got to play this shit over.
A lot of the work of fine journalists like Tim McMillan.
He's not a journalist.
And Tom Rogan and others have been doing a great job demonstrating how seriously the U.S. government takes this subject and how there are people within our own government that are suspicious, at the very minimum, that UFOs are not originating from human civilization. So this information is highly compelling. And you're going to be hard pressed to say that it's not. So my point is, at the very minimum, this information should make people suspicious that their own government has more information than they're being clear about. So with the vast array of UFO history and government documents and present-day journalism demonstrating insiders within the U.S. government's take on this subject, that should lead to, in my opinion, people within the scientific community saying, okay, maybe there's something to it. I'd like to get briefed. Or let's start a coalition asking our own government to give us more information, just in case there's something to this. Now, at this point, I would imagine that someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson or Seth Shostak would say, well, why would the U.S. military have the smoking gun evidence of non-human intelligence? Wouldn't the private infrastructure also have it? Why would it only be relegated to the U.S. military? And to that, I would say, I don't know, but that's where the evidence points. So let's just deal with that.
The evidence points everywhere, Ryan. It doesn't just point. What did he say? NASA? What did he say? Let's listen to that again, because I was too busy being a dick.
That should lead to, in my opinion, people with has more information than there is highly compelling. And you're going to be hard pressed to say that it's not. So my point is, at the very minimum, this information should make people suspicious that their own government has more information than they're being clear about. So with the vast array of UFO history and government documents and present-day journalism demonstrating insiders within the U.S. government's take on this subject, that should lead to, in my opinion, people within the scientific community saying, okay, maybe there's something to it. I'd like to get briefed. Or let's start a coalition asking our own government to give us more information, just in case there's something to this. Now, at this point, I would imagine that someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson or Seth Shostak would say, well, why would the U.S. military have the smoking gun evidence of non-human intelligence? Wouldn't the private infrastructure also have it? Why would it only be relegated to the U.S. military? And to that, I would say, I don't know, but that's where the evidence points. So let's just deal with that. Now, at this point, someone may say, well, what are scientists going to do with knowing we're not alone in the get briefed? Or let's start a coalition asking our own government to give us more information, just in case there's something to this.
Let's ask our own government to give us more information, to the scientists, in case there's more to this. So you want he wants the government to share their information of UFOs and all their data with non-government scientists, the public ones, I guess, right? Citizenry. So we can figure it out together. Well, don't you think that they have the best of the best working on it? And don't you think the government already knows? They already know. There's no way they're going to share that information with your regular Joe Schmo scientist. If they're going to keep it a secret, why would they share it with them? It makes no sense. They have to keep it a secret. See, this way of thinking, it's really scary. And I understand what he's saying. Okay, if the government shared their, well, then that's disclosure. That's disclosure.
Now, at this point, I would imagine that someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson or Seth Shostak would say, well, why would the U.S. military have the smoking gun evidence of non-human intelligence? Wouldn't the private infrastructure also have it? Why would it only be relegated to the U.S. military? And to that, I would say, I don't know, but that's where the evidence.
It doesn't. It points everywhere. It points to the government. It points to the Navy, which is the same thing. It points all over the globe. It's all over. The evidence is everywhere. I guess he wants smoking gun evidence. Hasn't he seen the videos being posted on Third Phase of Moon? Tic Tacs? I know. I know. They're all, most of them are explainable. But there's a couple out there. And what about the American Airlines pilot seeing a cylindrical object fly over his plane? Didn't show up on radar. Although there was some radar jamming going, it's just too much of a coincidence. So that's a UFO in my opinion, or it was back engineered secret craft that was being talked about, which isn't secret anymore. Who was it? Lockheed? Who was it? Skunkworks? Who's the ones that came out with that? I can't remember. Anyway, Ryan thinks that it needs to be shared so we can figure out what's going on. They know.
Point, so let's just deal with that. Now, at this point, someone may say, well, what are scientists going to do with knowing we're not alone in the universe? Then now what? Well, now maybe we could have a conversation collectively, universally, worldwide about our place in the universe. It seems like an important...
All right. We've already had the discussion. And we played the what ifs. And we did the... I'm going to play Woody Devil's Advocate. Our place in the universe? Are you kidding me? You know where we're at. It doesn't matter. If we find out that there are other life forms, intelligent life, far away, a place we can't get to in our lifetime or the next, it would take maybe hundreds of years to get to with the technology we have. So our place in the universe stays the same. It doesn't change. And the odds of finding another civilization, as far as the Fermi paradox says, it would have to be exactly the same as ours. And the odds of them having technology identical to us at this time, within the last 60 years, is so astronomically impossible that it's probably and possibly never going to happen. Because we're not going to be, we're getting away from analog. Everything's going digital if it isn't already. And I'm talking about CB radios and, you know, the ham operators and all that stuff. Eventually it's going to be weeded out. I know it won't be, but in 100 years it might be. It'll be ancient technology if it isn't already. So our place in this universe is exactly where we are. And if we found another civilization that can understand us, if we could communicate with them at all, which we probably wouldn't be able to because we're getting signals from them, if at all, many, many years after it's already happened. Hey, send a signal to a planet that's 300 light years away, and we'll be signing the Declaration of Independence at that time, okay? That's how it works. By the time they send a message back to us, 600 years would have gone by. Shh.
Milestone for our evolution as a species. At the very minimum, imagine the impact of multitudes of scientists voicing their position of how important this 180-day report is to them coming in June, that they would like to have more clarity on what the government knows.
Boy, oh boy, still riding on that 180 days, isn't he? It's tough. It's tough when you got to tweet every day. It's hard to come up with stuff to talk about. It's just not going to happen. By the way, that 180 days is a scam. That's such bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. It's not disclosure, okay? It's nothing. It is. It's nothing. I'm saying it right now. It is nothing. It's going to be 180 days to disclosure. We're about halfway through, right? We've seen the many documents by the CIA were released. Remember, there were 7 or 2 million documents or 700 stories, 2 million documents, something like that. Nothing's happening. All right, here we go. There was a nice discovery. Did I play this? Did I talk about this last night? The 11,700-year-old Lizu man, the skeleton that was found. It's pretty wild. They were, while surveying a cave known as an, is it Errotalde? Errtalde? Near the town of Ero in the province of Navarra in northern Spain, a group of spelunkers discovered something most unexpected. After allowing the body, the Navarra cave body had been placed carefully and deliberately on his back next to a narrow underground stream with its arms folded tightly across its abdomen. The skeleton was found 200. Here, let me show you. All these ads pop up. Hey, why don't you, do you want to get notifications? I say block. Are you sure? I said block. You are okay. Are you sure? Vafangul, you know? Here we go. There it is. Ominously, there was a round hole in the middle of the skeleton's skull, suggesting that this individual had been violently and abruptly killed by a high-speed projectile or rounded, sharp object thrust into his head. So what was it? It was a BB gun? Peacock. Proud as a Peacock TV. I was watching Peacock TV today, as a matter of fact. That's weird. Anyway, that's interesting that they found that skeleton. And the weird thing about it is the time of when it was alive. It was about 19 to 21 years old. And they say that it must have lived through the time where the Ice Age ended, the last one. It's pretty wild stuff. They're trying to figure out more from it as we speak. But that's like the oldest skeleton never found in that area that was found. It's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, we did that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, here we go. This is interesting. Let me pull this up. This is from Norway. I haven't watched this yet, so I'm going to pull it up. It says unknown alien-looking phenomena from Oslo, Norway. July 2nd, 2010? I don't remember this. Here, let me pull it up and show you in 3, 2, a goosh. No sound? Yeah, nothing. So what do we got? This doesn't look alien to me. All right. This is, this is ridiculous. I really don't understand the meaning of this sighting. Seriously, look, it's got no action. I don't understand if that was even the one I had, because I would never want to show this on the show. That doesn't make sense to me. Let me go to their main thing here and see. Oh, there's Robert O'Dean. Let's listen to him for a second. This guy's he's from Arizona. He's dead, but
in traditional science. I guess I speak out openly and bluntly about this because I feel so strongly about it. I violate my security oath every time I speak about it. I do it intentionally and I do it on purpose because I feel so strongly that the American people not only have a right to know the truth, but they have a need to know the truth.
Let me tell you something
the truth,
about
Don,
this guy.
Apparently is simply this, that we're not alone, we've never been.
I met this guy and I interviewed him. And I have to be honest with everybody right here and right now. And when I met him, it confirmed it to me. Now, I could be wrong, but I always said this guy is a bullshiller. There's something with the way he speaks that sounds insincere. It doesn't sound like he's really speaking from the heart. I'm telling you, as much credibility as this guy has, I think he's a shill and gives us the wrong evidence, the wrong information. Always have felt that way. And if my instincts tell me that way, and I've tried to tell myself, no, Rich, that's just the way he is because he's in front of a camera. He wants to perform. That's why he's acting this way. And it's not that way. He acts that way all the time. So maybe he is truthful and I just don't know the guy that well. But he falls into the wheelhouse for me that he is not as truthful as he seems. Just like Philip Corso. I always said Philip Corso's full of shit. And a lot of people feel that way. It's not just me, but nobody thinks this guy's full of shit.
Alone.
Except me.
We are apparently part of an infinite universe filled with intelligent life. I find that exciting. It doesn't frighten me. The SHAPE study concluded in '64 that if they, whoever they were,
sounds like a script,
were malevolent or hostile, that they could have taken this planet and cleaned it up and eliminated us, turned us into dog food or whatever, a long, long time ago. That the historical evidence indicates that they've been with us a long time, and I've concluded that we had what I like to call an intimate interrelationship with at least one of those groups, the group that looks exactly like we do.
Of course.
That point is I don't like the word alien.
See, he can't say that they don't look like us because once he goes there, he opens up a whole new can of worms. So they look exactly like us. Why don't I believe this guy? It's beyond me. And Robert O'Dean isn't that his name is Robert O'Dean, right? Yeah. Robert Dean, whatever. I could have had him on for an interview and I chose not to way back when. And then he died, just like Stan Friedman. Stan Friedman isn't going to tell us anything. And this is what I don't like about ufology. We put these people in such high regard without any reason. Oh, wow, he can figure out how fast that craft went. Wow, mathematics, way to go. Thank you. What else is he doing? I guess Robert Dean was a whistleblower of some sort. What's wrong with me? Why don't I believe these people? Something wrong with me. All right, I got this video I'm going to show you for a second. It's about the, let me see if I can show this. I'm going to. This is about the, here, look, it's about the skeleton. This is what I meant to show you. He looks truthful. Yeah, in what he said there, first floor audio, he did, no, he didn't sound truthful, but what he said sounded truthful, right? And that's the thing with Robert Dean. He says things that I actually believe in. And then he says things that are just, it ruins everything he says. We just saw a minute, but when you talk to the guy and meet him, it's a different experience altogether. But yeah, and that's the part that I played didn't really justify anything I was saying, other than it sounded like he was scripted. Hey, Mr. DB Cooper with the $5 super chat. And this is taking forever to get there. I just wanted to show you the cave. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, everybody seen Richie? Anybody see Richie? Eh? I'll get it in a minute. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper. 7. That's right. Super chat is open. Support GoofOn. It's the only way I...
Tras una intrincada exploración, descubrieron unos restos humanos de características excepcionales, los del hombre de Loizu, un joven varón de entre 17 y 21 años que fue depositado intencionadamente en este lugar.
Anyway, there it is. It would have taken a Herculean effort to get that skeleton into that cave, or that body when it was full of meat. Look at that thing. It's a 20-year-old kid right there. Somebody smacked him in the head. He must have been big. There's the hip bones, the femur. There's a little forearm, shoulder, the collarbone, jaw, skull, shvidel. No feet, though. I want to know where the feet went. How come we never see feet? Because those bones are thin. Probably a little animal came by and said, feet, I love feet. Took the bones away. Feet are good. Feet are real good. Well, anyway, this video will be in the description after the show ends. And that comes from C'est la Prince of Navarre. Where are we? Hey, we're coming up on the top of the second hour. You're right. I don't know where he is, Mr. DB Cooper, but for your $5, you got it, buddy.
Anybody seen Richie? Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Look to the right. That's for you. Hey, Ms. DJ with a $3 super sticker. Thank you very much, Ms. DJ. You're very, very nice and super generoso. Both of you, super generoso. As everybody knows, it doesn't go to me. It goes right into the kitty of the owner of this channel, and they disperse it for equipment and food. Hey, I got some interesting news. Has nothing to do with anything, but since we're hitting the top of the second hour, I might as well just tell you. I don't know if I'm going to drive to Florida now. So we may not have those 4 days of me on the road because my mother needs help getting my father around the airport. So he can't walk long distances. So we got to push him and carry the luggage and all that stuff. And then when he's on the plane, to have him get up and go to the bathroom, he needs all this help. And so other than driving, my mother doesn't want me driving across the country. I think so. She's trying to make me feel like I'm needed, but she does have a point. She shouldn't have to push him around all by herself. So anyway, I may not be driving. Most likely, I don't think I will be now. Yeah, just thought I'd give you an update. All right, what do we got next? What do we got? No, we've got more here. Hold on. It's so weird. Anytime there's dead air, I freak out if I don't say something. You know what I mean? All right, so I was going to show you Jonathan Pope's pictures and evidence, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's just today I forgot that I was going to be on KGRA radio. So the time I was on their show is usually the time I prepare for this show. And it just didn't work out for today because of that interview, which, by the way, was fantastic. Go to KGRA radio here on YouTube. You can, I'll put the link in the description and you can see it on my Facebook and Twitter. Okay, so Tom DeLonge. This guy is so weird. So he posts this on Twitter. It means nothing. He says the post office logo is cool. They should stop sending mail and just have cool vintage merchandise and have those locations be architecturally cool and be a one-stop shop for all your government needs, like an Apple store, but for taxes, Social Security, voting, healthcare, etc. Hey, dummy, they've already got that. They've already got the buildings. They just don't look like an Apple store. I mean, this guy is just as dumb as they get. Tom de Dum. Tom de Dum. De Dum. De Dum de Dum. De 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 dum de dum de dum de 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 dum de dum de dum de 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 Tom de Dum. Got another sighting for you. This one's unbelievable. It's making the rounds. And I, for one, haven't watched it yet. So here we go. I want you to hold on because this is a 50-second sighting that I don't have an explanation for because I haven't watched it yet. How do you like them apples? Ready? Ready? Oh, what happened to the screen? Oh, I just shut it down. Hold on. Pulling it back up. You see now? 3, 2. I got to turn the music off. So what do you think, guys? Gals? Pretty cool, right? See, now that's the problem. This is the classic CGI out of focus for no reason video. There's no reason to go out of focus. You were already in focus. So this to me shows that they want to show off their CGI skills with the little blur. Let's see if I'm right. I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong again. Where is it? Watch. Okay, they're focused right there. Don't do anything else. Up. You had it. Darn it. Now they're going the other way by too much out of focus. There you go. So there are balloons that look like this, this, and this. Now these are wobbling. I am definitely going to buy. There's no reason to find it. I'm going to buy one of these balloons online. And I am going to set it up in the air. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. Yeah. Because these are, watch. Oops. Oh, there you go. That looks real, right? Jesus. You want another look? Yeah, sure. Look at the wobble. Now you know it's all fake. But what if it's real? You may be looking at... Here, let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. We've got a UFO report coming in from... Where is this? Istanbul? Istanbul? Is this from Istanbul? For real? All right. We've got a... Seriously, this is from Istanbul? This isn't from Istanbul. All right, maybe it is. I don't know. Whoa. Oh, perfect song for this. Here we are. We've got what look like egg-shaped UFOs. And another object to the left here that will seemingly change its color. You can see the other two objects to the right that are disc-shaped, hovering as if waiting for Q to do something. And what that something is will shock you. Take a look at this. Somehow, this object right here changed from white to black shadow. But that's not the best part of all, is it? Let's see what happens next. Both of these objects seemingly were part of this ship, and you can see them go right back into their harbor, right back into their mother lode, right there. And it takes off. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Let's take another look, shall we? We've got two disc-shaped objects wobbling as if on a gravitational wave. Here, we've got, I don't know what, but it's reflecting light, and it looks like it's a cylinder of some kind, right? And then we zoom in a little bit, it get out of focus. He's doing a wonderful job, the Ella Stella job here. Now watch this. This is the best part. Crikey. I wonder if there's real aliens in there. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh! I can't. Oh! It's truly unidentified craft, as Nick Pope would say. This is truly an unidentified craft. Now, I've seen things like this at the DOD, and we've documented very many of what, my Brillo hair. Anyway, that's bullshit. I love YouTubes. Don't you love it? That's what's going on. All right, let's get to some interesting stuff. Now, earlier in this podcast, whatever we're doing right now, I said I was going to take you back 3 months because there's a lot of people who weren't here 3 months ago that came over from many different places around the globe. Maybe you don't know. But let's go back 3 months, just a little bit, and take a look at this amazing interview with the one and only. You know him as Steve, but we call him the Doc, Dr. Stephen Greer. Just for a minute. This is where it all started. This is how we became. Welcome back, everybody. Rich Giordano here from Third Phase of Moon. Special report.
In this special episode on Third Phase of Moon, correspondents Doc Skinner, along with Richard Giordano, meet up with Dr. Greer in Scottsdale, Arizona, in regards to his new documentary that's free for everyone on Amazon Prime, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. We get an exclusive interview with Dr.
I'll take
Greer,
a look at it.
and he gives us a bombshell of an interview. Listen up.
Dr. Greer, do you think there's any chance
Thank
that
you,
the
Kevin.
current administration might disclose before transitioning to the new administration?
The question about whether any administration will disclose this subject is something that I wouldn't wager on. However, as you may have heard today, there's a very senior team that are working with me from the White House. What I have been told is their intention is to disclose all this information prior to January 20th. That's the possible good news. I'll believe it when I see it. It should happen. The bad news is that the intelligence community has been in the White House for 3 or 4 years and providing blatantly false information, disinformation to the president and vice president. And they have concluded that it is a threat to the national security. And so a disclosure of that type would be 1,000 times worse than the secrecy.
When I got involved in the issue of the UFO issue and the ET issue, starting in 1977 with President Carter, I realized that the work that I was doing was characterized by the national security state as a target for counterintelligence activities. When I see this thing happening with this To the Stars Academy, where they suddenly appear on the front page of the New York Times, and the CNN all of a sudden wants to talk with them, and they're on MSNBC and all this kind of stuff, I immediately kind of realized, wait a second, this is part of what I've been worried about coming out, because they were constantly spinning this story that this is a threat.
My name is Tom DeLong. A lot of people know me from my band Blink 182. I started that band when I was 16. Through a series of...
Hey, Kevin, I can't find it. I just searched it, can't find it. EYEWC8K0, or is that a capital O? I believe it's a 0, NLG. Can't find it. I mean, I'm right here. EYEWC, right? EYEWC 8K OL, no, ONLG. I'm dyslexic. I just don't talk about it. Nope, still didn't work. Sorry, but thanks for the $5 super chat. Super generoso.
Of meetings, I was soon connected to a large group of U.S. government officials from the CIA, the Department of Defense, and Lockheed Martin Skunk Works. These guys were the ones involved in the secretive U.S. government programs that dealt with these subjects.
What's happening is the To the Stars Academy people, we're all, Jim Simi Van, who's there, the chief of covert operations, domestic for CIA, which in and of itself is totally against the law. The National Security Act of 1947 completely, clearly, and unequivocally prohibits any kind of covert operation stateside. But here, that's who he is. And there he is there. And you got the guys from the DIA and the Defense Department and Hal Puthoff and stuff. And they're all there. And what they're doing is they're putting this intense spin. Every single thing they talk about all has this kind of gestalt to it, that this is a threat.
And it very well could be a threat.
Yes.
It's a threat to our national security. It's a threat to our airspace. It's a threat to our sovereignty. It's what it is. It's a threat to our dominion over our own planet. And of course, they think that's their job. Our job is to assert full spectrum dominance over the entire planet. We actually have the documents from the 1992 United States Defense Department Policy Planning Guidance document, where they said that right at the end of right at the dissolution of the Soviet Union, said, oh, we've got to not cut back on our military spending. We have to increase it so we can establish full spectrum dominance.
As most of you know, in 1999, after having dealt with the Clinton administration and the CIA director for Bill Clinton, I concluded that the folks who were really in charge of keeping these things secret only want it disclosed within the context of it being an alien threat, which of course we know that that's been the narrative. That's 99% of the UFO subject, 99% of Hollywood, 99% of the History Channel, documentaries, 90+%. So that, of course, is worse than it being kept secret. Because why? That would create a global panic to galvanize support around a totalitarian military initiative to counter the presence of ETs. So the good news is the administration absolutely knows the UFOs are real. I know this from people who are in the administration who talk to Trump and Pence directly, daily. They, however, are, been totally misguided, like Marco Rubio, the Senator Rubio, the Senate Intelligence Committee, into thinking that they are a national security threat. And of course, that's the narrative that you see on CNN, the Washington Post, the New York Times, all the stuff coming out from all the disinformation agents that have penetrated the media and sort of hoodwinked the TTSA group, most of whom are counterintelligence experts from the Pentagon. Counterintelligence means, controlling and putting out disinformation and false narratives. So in this case, the administration is absolutely favorably disposed to disclosing. They are convinced it's real. And I have been working since August, I'll say this now, directly with people very high in the administration, providing them with an alternative perspective.
Right. This alternative perspective is that these whatever are a threat. Now, Sam Albright gives a $5 super chat to ask thoughts on Russia, China coming together to build a lunar space station on the moon. I feel like it's a cover up on what's already happening on the moon. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Sam Albright. Super generoso, and a great question to talk about here. Let's see. I think you asked that the other night or sometime recently, and I don't think we talked about it. Somebody did. But I thought the same thing. I'm like, come on, China and Russia coming together to try to get to the moon before US does in 2024. Guess what Biden did? Canceled 2024, our moon. Right? Didn't he already cancel it? We're not going to the moon now in 2024 unless Elon Musk does it first. That's the only way. So what would they be covering up? We know that there's objects up there. We've seen pictures of them. We've seen video from telescopes, on the P1000s and other telescopes zooming in on the moon, seeing these objects up there flying around. We see their shadows. It's very strange what's going on up at the moon. And that's been going on since we went to the moon. Don't you remember that footage when they had the Voyager? Isn't that what it was? The landing thing, that landing capsule was going over. I don't know what the hell the name. The lunar lander was going over the moon's surface, coming in for a landing, and there was a puff of smoke or something that came out of the ground of one of the craters of the moon, which means there might be something living in the moon, or it was just some sort of vent from a dead rock. Yeah, there's no plate tectonics. I don't know if there's still activity on the moon. Volcano. How can there be volcanoes up there? I don't understand this moon. There's something wrong with it. I think it is a space station. I really do. Deep down, I do. I do. And I'm not sure if it's the weird thing about the dark side of the moon, which really isn't dark. It's just never seen by this side. It's a perfect place to hide everything because it never faces the Earth that we can see it. Only when it's turning into its new moon, right? Isn't that when it turns our way? Why can't we see it anyway? We should be able to see. If the moon isn't reflecting the sun, and why can't we still focus the telescopes on it and see it? My thing is this. The moon is up there with just a little crescent left, right? If you know where the moon is going to be the next night when that crescent is gone and it turns into a new moon, why can't our telescopes see it? It's still there. Shouldn't it just be a dark void of some kind that's blocking out the stars? We can't see the stars. Shouldn't there be a dark void where the moon is? Or is it on the other side of the planet and we can't see it? Only they can see it. But if that was true, then they'd be seeing the dark side of the moon, which isn't true. And the dark side of the moon, the surface is twice as thick. It's much thicker, the crust of the moon on the dark side, than it is the side we look at. Why is it so thick? Well, they think that may be the part that crashed into the Earth, and more of the volume of the Earth stuck to the moon on that side. Or maybe the side that hit the Earth removed the topsoil that was on the moon, and that's why it's thinner on the other side. Nobody knows. But why would it be that much thicker on that side? I don't know. Maybe to give it protection from radiation coming in from space. The moon is so freaking weird. Anyway, I think China and Russia are doing something that we don't know. They're not going to tell us anyway, and they don't have to. Yeah, of course I do. China and Russia want to take the US out. They don't like us. They need us to be prosperous, but how long is that going to last? All they have to do is take out our satellites, and we're screwed. They can invade. They can. It would be a nightmare. It would be a nightmare. China has more people in its army than we have people in the United States. That should scare you.
So whether anything happens in the next 2 months, we got exactly 2 months before noon on January 20th. Now, on the other end of it, since President-elect Biden won the election, then we have people on my team, one of whom grew up with Mr. Biden, that we're providing briefing materials to them to try to get them on the page of not only disclosing the subject, but also doing it in a way that's hopeful, positive, forward-looking, and not warmongering. But that's also a very heavy lift because I provided a briefing to.
Sorry, but how, Philip, if it's not a space station and it's an enormous mining site for entities that are non-human, how come I don't see that when I look at the moon with my P900 that Mr. D.B. Cooper gave to me? How come I don't see it with my telescope? Because you say literally anyone can confirm this with a small telescope in their backyard. Can you send me some photos of that? I definitely want to see that confirmation because I've never seen any mining pictures from anybody. Right, Rebecca. I said the same thing. Exactly. Guys are good. You guys are on top of it, Philip. Email is goofonradio@gmail.com. goofonradio@gmail.com. Where is it? I have it here somewhere to put in the, I guess I removed it. goofonradio@gmail.com. At gmail.com. I can't type so well. I still have the problem with my hand. There you go for anybody else who wants to send me something. Very interested to hear what you guys have to say. If anybody has any evidence, just send it there. Look, the last 3 days I haven't been getting back. I will be getting back to everything today and tomorrow. So sorry for those of you who've been waiting a week. But don't worry, I get back. I always do.
To Senator Joe Biden when he was chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, and at that time he was very much not favorably disposed to bringing this information out at all. So all I can say is it ain't over till it's over, and we are working very hard. I've been working 20 hours a day virtually since August doing things with President Putin.
When will UFO disclosure happen?
These lights, they keep coming together.
The answer is, it has.
The New York Times revealed the existence of a secret government program.
Dude, it's a 0. You're going to break me. No, you don't have to keep sending $5. I already did that. You didn't tell me where to search it. I searched it in my Google search. Okay, I'll do it again. So it's a 0. Let me change it back to a 0. Nope. Nope. It's not working. EYE, small EYE. Let's do this one more time. Here, let me show you guys. I'm not just being a pain in the ass here. Look. EYE. Watch it work now, right? W capital, right? Small c, number 8. Little k. Oh, it's a little k? Oh, I had all caps on. That's probably my fault. And this is a 0. I had all caps. NLG. See? Nothing. Capital W. Why did it go backwards? Oh, because I had it backwards. All right. This should work. It's not working. Is it .com? Nope. Sorry, I don't know what to say. Right? Is it me? Am I doing it wrong? On YouTube. Oh, okay. Let me get it on YouTube. I did that the very first time, but I didn't have it right. All right. Let me get this out of here. On YouTube. There you go. I just did it for you. It's a 0, right? Let's try it again. IWC8K 0 NLG. You see, it's perfect. Nothing. That's I can't keep trying. It's not working. You can email it to me. Email it. It's not working. Just click that link. There is no link. In the search bar above. No, that's the internet. This is the search bar. Okay, I'm trying it this way now. There you go. Told you. I don't know what else I can do. Yeah, it's YouTube search. That's what I had it on. This is YouTube search right here. It's not working. I'll try this as the letter O. Let's see what happens. Let's try the big O. Maybe it's a big O. Nope. Sorry, brother. No go. I'm done trying. Yeah, just drop the link in the chat room. Just drop it here. I'll grab it that way. Use an internet, not an I, not an L. I don't know what that means. All right. Well, let's get back. Where was I, Greer?
Program to investigate UFO sites.
This is a very complicated story. I have put a briefing together for every president since Bill Clinton. Interplanetary war. This is the next big thing that they want.
It's not an I, it's an L. Oh boy. I have it as an L, guys. I said that. And it's an I, not an L. Oh. All right. It's a capital I. Here we go. Please work. Yay! Thank you, Mr. DV Cooper, for the $5 super chat. It helped. Whoops. My fault, I guess. So which one? Right here? So where is it? Which one do I go on? This? This is Earth Files. Is this the one you want me to go on? Come on, guys. I doubt it's Gatling guns. That's it. Tell me which one. Which one? The top one? Okay. Cool. I don't know what I'm looking at. 10 Warthog attacks UAPs releasing an unknown. Okay, these are UAPs. Whoa. What? Wait, what? Well, that's really happening. So what's going on? They're still firing stuff. Wow. Oh, it's the same thing over and over. This is I don't know what I'm looking at. It does. It looks like flares. It does. Yeah, you're right. It does look like flares. I'm not getting fooled by it. How am I getting fooled? I'm getting fooled by this from something I've never seen before? How you don't give me at least a few minutes to even look at it and figure it out? I'm only allowed, look, I watched it for 58 seconds and I'm a fool. And it's not 18 years, it's 17. So you must be talking about somebody else, that's for sure. Interesting, I'll take a look at this. By the way, nobody can prove that these are anything, right? Let's see. These UAPs were in a stationary position, releasing an unknown substance on the ground right before they were hit by a Sidewinder missile fired from an A-10 Warthog, which caused no apparent damage. The strike took place in Kandahar, province of Afghanistan. The Pentagon has not confirmed this incident. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm the idiot here. I don't know what I'm being fooled, everybody. I'm being fooled by the fooler. Please. It is flares. Look at the parachute there. And then because this is, it's hot. So it looks like a flare, right? Releasing, or it's just on fire. Maybe, I don't know. But I tell you one thing, I'm just not going to take somebody's word for it. I'm going to do my own research. So, is this CGI? It doesn't look like it. It looks like something hit this, and then it hit this. It exploded off around it. So, what is it, fake then? It's fake? So if these are flares, how is this fake? No. They're not moving either. They're stationary. Look, let me see if they are. Nope, they're drifting, they're falling. It looks like flares. It does, guys. I'm sorry, but it does look like flares. But why would the parachute be hot? Why would this be showing up here? You know what I mean? That's weird. Heated seeking missiles. It's, yeah, Star Hunter. That's what it might be. Because it is flares. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. 2 missiles or 1 missile hits a flare that's hanging from a parachute and doesn't weigh a lot and is basically just like a big candle going off, right? A missile hits it and it's still there. Is somebody not seeing this right? Is there something wrong with me that I'm not seeing it right? I think you're wrong, see? It's not, if it's flares, then the missile that comes in is a lie and it's not really hitting it. And I don't think that's what's going on. It definitely looks like a flare. Thank you, Joshua Morphew. I was just going to say that. Talk about synchronicity. For a $5 super chat, Joshua Morphew makes a very good point, which one I was eventually getting to. The video should have more research done before making any assumptions. It could be drone testing against their heat systems. True. Thank you for the $5 super chat. That's like extremely generous. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, Joshua Morphew. It's not flares. If this is real, yeah, exactly, Betty. But C is usually here. I usually agree with C. We've agreed before when you used to be CL. Yeah, you used to be CL, I think. So you see an explosion, or do you see something go through something? Let's take a look one more time. Let's take a look. Damn it. What I don't understand is, here's what I don't understand. This is why I was thinking it's fake. And it probably isn't, but hear me out for a second. If that was a missile, right, thank you. That's what I thought, Sam. I was just going to say that again. So Sam says what I was thinking for the $5 super chat. Seen this months ago, he said. It's military procedure that they claim firing on UFOs. It's a real video, but through multiple twists, you know, with YouTube, they had altered it. And you know what, Sam, for the $5 super chat, thank you. I believe we have terrorist organizations making money on YouTube. If you look at Redstone, the UFO channel, that could very well possibly be a way that these organizations talk to each other without really saying anything, if you know what I mean, in code. And there's several UFO channels like that. And for some reason, they're allowed to steal other people's content, repurpose it, and say whatever they want. And they're still getting thousands of new subscribers when we're here doing legitimate work. We don't have Arabic writing or any type of terrorist writing on our platform. And we get in trouble if we use the acronym UFO. And I'm not being recommended by YouTube, but only 1.2% of the time. Meanwhile, they're getting thousands of new subscribers every month, thousands. So, yeah, I think this is fake. I think it's been altered. I think it's empowering some other faction for whatever reason to create this narrative that the UFOs are a threat. I think this is fake because you can't shoot a Warthog. A Warthog can't shoot a missile at a flare and it's still hang in the sky like that. So what else are we left with? We're left with either these are real UAPs or it's fake. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's fake. And I've already seen a couple of things that make me think that way, but I'll get back to you on tomorrow on this. I got to do some research, and I got to do my own research. So I'm putting it out there that I think this has been altered. Sam Albright and others agree with me. If these were flares hit by a missile, they would not be around any longer. I think they are flares. But to me, it looks like the explosion happens in front of it, not at it or in it. It just doesn't look right. And why would one missile still be working after it got deflected? Why would it still be going in this direction? It would, after it hit the supposed UFO force field, it would go off its course. It would be destroyed. Slow motion this. Half speed. It's just my opinion. I think I'm right. Yeah, I think this is fake. Let me tell you why. When the first one hit, watch this. Watch this. When it hits, why is there an explosion back here? Why wouldn't it all be going this way? Why is it, as soon as it hits, see, there's something wrong with it. We'll go frame by frame if we can. Now, that's because this isn't done at 30 frames a second. This is done at 15 frames a second. I could already tell. Because I'm doing one frame. And watch this object. Watch, let's go back. Now remember, this is heat we're looking at. There's the object right here. What is this? It just comes out of nowhere? It's bullshit. They made a mistake. It's a lie. I think what we have here is a real something getting hit, and then how is it thrown out of its position and then still appear up here? Watch. How does that get thrown out of its position? You can see it's right there. See? And then you'll see it'll appear back here. Watch, here it is, still here, still here, still here, still here. You can still see the string on the bottom, still here, still here. Now it's disappearing. That's weird. Doesn't make sense. I don't get this. Oh, it's disappearing. Oh, look at this. It's magic. And I don't understand this. This is the anomaly right there that's going to tell me this looks fake. This is fake. Yeah, these are the points that they put in. Yeah, it's been faked, sadly. Sorry. You're right, see? Fake. I just proved it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. We'll come back to it tomorrow. It's pretty interesting. I just want to see what I can find. Look at the second object getting hit with a mortar round. Oh, really? Let me take a look. Let's go back. Let me get rid of this. Hold on. There we go. Here it comes. It's coming. I don't see the mortar. I don't see the second object getting hit by anything. I see it getting hit by the same rocket that went over to it. I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see it. 2 rounds, 2 targets? I've only saw 1 round. There's 2? Let's go back to the regular speed just so we can get back to normal. So you're saying there's 2 shot at the same time. That would make more sense. I only see 1 though. Yeah, I only see 1. I don't see 2. I don't see where the second one comes in. There's only 1. 1. I don't see the second. Yeah. It's bullshit. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let's take a look from the beginning. Very interesting. That's interesting. Let's see. I only see 1 round, guys. There's only 1 round coming in. There's only 1 round. This is tough. I only see 1 round. That's the sadness of this. Very interesting, though. We'll continue on this tomorrow, like I said, after I do some research, because that's crazy. That's a really interesting. And if anybody wants to, please send me your findings on that video. Okay, if you think you have evidence to show me the second or 2, send it to Rocket. Send it to goofonradio@gmail.com. All right. That's all I'm asking. Help me out. Help me help you. I don't want to give out the wrong information. Okay, right. Jimmy, very good point. We only have 1 vantage point. You're right. That second rocket could be with the first one. Maybe they were fired side by side, and I just can't see it. Could that be true? I'm not a military guy. I don't know how those rockets look when they're shot. So that's why, yeah, it could be. If it's 2 birds with 1 stone, then why doesn't it blow up after its first contact? Why is that rocket still maintaining? Once it explodes, it's done for. Anybody? I don't know. Pretty wild stuff. I was impressed with that. Only because I've never seen it. And if they're saying it's UAPs, why can't we just say those are UAPs? It went straight through. Okay, it didn't though. Misty, then what did we see? Then what was all that debris that was everywhere? That's my point. Then if it didn't explode, what did it hit? Did it just hit the candle? Is that all it did? It just hit the burning. Then why is it still there after we're done watching it? That's the weird thing. It's interesting. You got a good point. Linda Moulton Howe debunked this? How? Lee? The original footage is in color? All right, let's see if I have it. I didn't know that FLIR footage would have been in color. Let me see something. What's this? Here's the Warthog. This is a cockpit view. Gatling gun. Oh, they're not showing us. Wow, look at that. Jesus. That is so cool. Where's this from? Air Source Military. Lee, where can I find that color one? Wild stuff, man. Pretty intense. I don't know. It's pretty good stuff, though. Man, that's what I'm talking about. This is the conversations we need to be having. Stuff like this. I missed a call from who? Missy. Let's see. Sam sent me something. We were taking the kids out to eat. It was just sitting there. Oh, let me take a look. Oh, wow, Sam. I don't know, man. I'll have to do a little research on it. It looks like an airplane. I don't know. Wow, that was far away. I don't know how you guys saw that thing. That's cool. Yeah, we'll look at that for tomorrow. That's wild stuff. So, did you guys watch the video yesterday from the third phase of moons that I put up? Third phase UFO report? No? Because I wanted to talk about it real quick. I don't think we talked about it on the show, but we could end the show with this. Third phase of moon posted this. Now I want to talk about it. Let me go to my my thing. Hold on. I did a video last night on it. And this object looks like it may have hit the firmament. Did it hit the firmament? This is pretty amazing. This is from my video last night. It's doing rather well. Holy shit. Almost 3,000 views, not even 24 hours. Yeah. Welcome to Third Phase UFO Report. This is Rich Giordano from GoofOn. Tonight, we've got a really good episode for you. A submission from Jaime Maussan, something exploding in the stratosphere. I want your opinions. Don't forget to comment in the chat, in the comment, because here we go. Brett and Blake, tell me what you got.
Boom. An incredible display and an opening. Electromagnetic pulse that just happened over the atmosphere over Canada. Let's watch this again. Boom. And the shockwave.
What the hell is it?
Very amazing. I've never quite seen anything like this. And I'm so glad that Jaime gave us the heads up. Well, let's watch this one more time here. Here it comes.
By the way, this is really there. And you can see, to fake this, make it look like this would be very difficult. I think it would be. I don't see any messing up of pixelation. This looks like it's really there. Somebody from the airplane was recording the sunset, and this just happened to pop up. What the frig?
All right, this is very strange. Is this, I don't know, some kind of an explosion? Some
Watch
kind
this.
Of blast up there? Was there an accident? Is this some experiment that worked perfectly or not perfectly? I'm not exactly sure. Look at the way this thing just rips through the sky with this electromagnetic shockwave. Brent, what's your thoughts here? Yeah, this is incredible footage at 30,000 feet over Canada. It's just, I've never seen anything like this. Like you said, Blake, it kind of reminds me of, just to say, Boba Fett when he releases that kind of missile and then he drops it and creates this.
I would wanted to agree with you about that. Where'd you just moved on me? Mustang guy Chris, meteor hitting the denser atmospheric air bubble. I know. But what this actually is doing, it's coming in and then it takes off and goes, it looks like it's actually fishtailing. When it comes in, it looks like it does this. And then it takes off and you see this trail appear just as if it was the Millennium Falcon taking off and you see all the stars going by. Well, that's what it looks like behind. There's like a cloud that just comes out of this thing when it goes into hyperdrive. I don't know, man. Whoops.
Huge explosion, and you just hear this sound, and it kind of reminds me of that. If you guys know what I'm talking about, this is just like an incredible plasmic display. Could it be some sort of secret space test that we weren't aware of and they never gave us a heads up, and somebody in the plane just managed to film this event that just happened and took place? This is so stunning.
All right, let's take a look at this, because this is probably one of my favorite sightings of the year. When this thing takes off and you saw it, it looks like there's a smoke trail behind it. See that? And then it explodes. Boom, shockwave, just like Brent said. Boom. Or was that Blake? I don't know what part of Canada it is. There'll be an update to this. Unbelievable. Now, I'm not saying that's a alien spaceship, but what if it is? And what if it is going into a wormhole? And that's the shockwave of energy of it entering the other dimension. Do you see how it explodes? You see the blue horizon there, the line. It just goes up with it, with the explosion. That's how I can tell this is legitimately in the sky or near space. This is actually happening. It's not CGI. And the one thing that is very difficult to do is what we're seeing here, and make the sky, the space, that explosion all seem uniform and all match up in the pixel that this is recorded in. It's amazing. I want to take a little more, I want to listen to what they have to say and go off of what the guys are saying. So let's do that.
Absolutely, Brent. I could watch this all day long. It's an incredible capture. It's hard to believe, too, because at about 30,000 feet, the passengers witnessing this outside, and it's hard to tell on how high this anomaly, this atmospheric disturbance is. It could be at the stratosphere level. So it's a huge display. It covers hundreds of miles if that's the case. Again, this is something incredible. I think we're going to have to do a follow-up on this, maybe do a little bit more research, find out exactly what this possibly could be, but it is a huge...
Or maybe this is, like a Tic Tac. Maybe that's what it does. Maybe, I don't know. This looks like a nuclear bomb going off in space. It could be in space. I'm going to say I think it's in the stratosphere, what Blake said or Brent said. It looks like it hit something. Like it hit the firmament. What if it did? Oh my God, it does look like it hit something, like it hit the ceiling. And maybe that's spreading out over the roof. Look, you and I have never been to space, have never been up in a rocket to take us to outer space, so we don't know. But I'm surprised mainstream media didn't pick this up and run with it. I'm surprised we haven't seen anything. There may have been an update tonight, so I don't know if we figured this out, but it's some sort of... Man, I don't know. I really don't know. This is one of those, it's why I can watch this over and over again. It truly is amazing. Thank you, Jaime Mosan. Amazing. And also, the people who took this from the airplane, why were they looking out that way? You know what I mean? What compelled them to get a most perfect shot of this? There's no shake to the camera. It's as if it was waiting for it. So what are we looking at here? Is this Secret Space Force? Is this footage that we're not supposed to see? That's what I want to know. Who's the person that shot this? And how did they know to point their camera out there? And why isn't this camera shaking? And anytime we've seen other photos or videos from airplanes, there's always a fumbling of the camera. We see a reflection in the glass. You know what I mean? But it's real. And whatever it is this railgun technology? I don't think so. This object is out there. It's moving, and then out of nowhere, it seems to go into hypersonic speed. A tail of exhaust of some kind. Maybe it's atmospheric exhaust. Maybe it's like a trail, like a contrail behind it because of the different temperature. I don't know. It is freaking awesome, and I want to know who shot it. How did they know it was going to be there? Are we being fooled? I mean, I don't know. It looks legit to me. I'd bet $100. That's definitely 1,000. I'd bet 1,000 that that's a real event happening. And I want to know what it was. See, these are the things we should know. This is what makes me angry. There's so much stuff going on that we don't know right above our heads. It makes me wonder how safe we are from ourselves. Or maybe that was just a legitimate UFO going interdimensional or light speed. That reminded me of like the Millennium Falcon or Falcon. I always say it wrong. It reminds me of that. Getting ready to go into hyperspace. Warp speed. Light speed. Even light speed would be too slow to go from. All right. Well, you get the point. I don't know. I have to throw every possibility out there, and I still don't know. And I don't think any of us are going to know unless somebody's telling us what it is. It's wild stuff. Pretty cool, to be honest with you. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to head out of here. We went a little bit over tonight. That's okay. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, right here on YouTube. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. I appreciate your time and support. Thank you very much for veterans and newcomers alike. Thank you for hanging out tonight on GoofOn. Hey, all I ask is just give the show a minute or so. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for giving me a chance tonight. I'm Rich Giordano. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. For ufology. Good night, everybody.